Okay, welcome back for part 2 for the Totem Shaman. Let's get rid of that. We're going to keep these two, even though I'm tempted to get rid of the 3-drop to get a better start. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, hold on one second here. Let's see. Alright, so it's against a rogue, so that probably means things are going to be kind of tough, especially if it's that death rattle rogue. Not anticipating a win, so let's see, or I don't know how it's going to do. And I didn't get a 1-drop, so that's kind of bad. Alright, so let's... Ooh, I hate to be overloaded for turn 3, though, but... you know what, with a rogue, let's actually do that. Rogues tend not to put a lot of minions on it first, so let's go ahead and hero power. So I could get the 3-drop and start developing a board. If I had my 1-drop, that would have been nice, but I do have the rock biter for removal. Anyways, what I was saying in the part 1 was, unfortunately, my mic didn't work, so you didn't hear any of it.
This guy's toast.
Alright, so that... Alright, so we're going to have to do this. Get rid of that. This is not an aggro deck. It is a mid-range deck, and you have to gain board control early, maintain it. If you start falling behind, you're pretty much done. That's why I did that move instead of doing my 3-drop, because it's all about board control, and Rogue has a lot of removals, so it's going to be very tough to maintain a board.
So many options.
But let's see. This deck's a lot of fun. Okay, so he... Alright, well, it's not that bad, I guess. Cost over, but luckily I have a 3-drop.
Did you bring some fish?
Alright, cool.
Thank you.
Alright, so we have a couple options here. Obviously, him on curve would be okay, I guess. That's a big threat. We can't trade into it, so let's go to face. We're gonna... Same thing as hero power, actually. Gets a discount. We could actually hero power and get a nice board going. Like I said, it's all about board control. If this was a mill deck, imagine the vanish value he would get or she would get. But the thing, like I said, this is not an aggro deck. You have Bloodlust to hopefully win you games. The Thunder Bluff is an excellent card, especially when you have a board like this. But it's all about board control. You got to control it and keep it in check, and hopefully you get a win. And then at the end of part 1, I'm sorry, I was showing you a cool Ramp Druid deck I want to play next. So this game's probably going to be really long, so I'll just do this one. I was hoping to do 2, so let's hopefully we get a win. Alright, so he's obviously trades in there. That's smart. He's yet again saps it. Jeez. Keeps my overload at a premium.
This guy's toast.
Alright, so as you see, he dealt with the board. Rogues are so annoying. We're going to have to kill that. We have a bunch of options. We could obviously do that, which would be a big waste. I think this is probably the best, even though you don't really trade well into it. So that's probably going to rethink that. A 3 minion's not so tough to deal with right now. We're going to do this. Can't trade in, so we'll go there, so that way his minion takes damage. Actual placement, kind of think of it, was bad. I should have put it over here so I could attack both, but that's unfortunate. That was actually bad placement. I should have thought of that a little bit better. Well, 2, I want to kind of protect it, but it's going to die. Alright, so he's going to trade into... Oh, actually he didn't. That was kind of interesting. Alright, so he has no more saps, so that's really good. So let's see. We don't have enough mana for this. Like I said, we're not going to do a lightning storm for just 1 minion. We're going to have to trade into that. But before we do that, I mean, I could play this as a body. The only thing is I really want to get He has no saps. The chance of him removing it would probably be pretty bad. Or pretty unlikely. Actually, I wouldn't mind putting down that in heroing power. Well, first thing, let's get rid of that. You know what? Let's do that. Okay, taunt is good. Alright, that's good. I could actually protect this, buff it up if it survives, and alright, so let's see what he does. Alright, so that's bad. We're gonna have to hex that, actually. Alright, so what we could do is forget the hex. Actually, let's think this out. We have these two. If we buff them up, those get 2 attack. We could trade into that. We'll lose these 2. That's not a big thing. We could also use this rock biter and trade into one of them. So what I'm going to do is... Alright, so what we're going to do is use the rock biter. 1 minion to there. I got rid of that because I want to keep that up. But, I don't know, it would have probably been better the totem because it's not damaged. Let's see if we could deal with that. Another thing, if these totems work, any of it work, I'm going to buff it up. If he buffs up this, Jones will be really good. Alright, I wonder why he isn't attacking. Well, I guess it's technically a bigger threat. And what we're going to have to do is when hopefully he rebuffs his dagger, even if he doesn't buff it. I need to get some card draw. I need to get Bloodlust and my other Thunder or some other cards so I could start putting them in within lethal range.
I wonder.
Okay, so he's going to... What is he going to do here? Oh, okay, so he's... That's kind of interesting. Would he rather remove the minion? Come on, buff your knife up, dude. I wonder why he did that. Maybe it's some... Oh, okay. Well, we have a nice hex for that. Oh, well. That's kind of not... Oh, yeah, he's being really greedy. Really, really greedy, and that's not... So I'm going to make him punished for that. Oh, hold on.
Do not push me.
Greed, my friend, greed. And I buffed this so that way it'd be much more difficult to buff. I actually probably miscalculated. Could have been lethal, actually. I'll have to rewatch the video. But anyways, great deck. It's a lot of fun. And hopefully I did not make that many misplays. That's one of my bad habits I have. Believe it or not, when you record and talk and chat, it's kind of hard to focus, so you make a lot of mistakes. But anyways, I'm going to try to work on that. I think when I rewatch it, that might have been lethal, but probably not. Anyways, so buffing up that Flame Tongue was a good thing. Anyways, good match. It was a little bit slower. I was going to do 2, but there will definitely be more Shaman content. There's a nice Crusher Shaman deck that he's done, who invented that archetype. And I'm really looking forward to its control. A little bit slow, a lot of overload, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes. And that Ramp Druid's coming up next, guys. Okay, thank you. Bye.